Now I'll be talking about the second myth, which is a pretty common one, which is you have to be very well-rounded. And I would love for us to break it because it surprises almost every family that I've worked with. The myth is, and I'm going to explain in detail, the ideal college applicant does a little bit of everything. They need to have a sport, they need to have art, they need to have community service, club, leadership, maybe a job on the side. They have to be a well-rounded, impressive human being. And I do want to say, um, elite colleges are not looking for just well-rounded students, or I would say well-rounded students. They are building a well-rounded class. Not every student needs to be well-rounded. They really want students with a spike, minus some of the schools that want well-rounded students. Primarily, schools want students with a spike. So what is a spike? A spike is one area, sometimes too closely related, where a student has gone usually deep, where their passion is legible and undeniable, where you can really read their application and say, this kid could only be this kid. I had a student, I'll call her Sophie. Sophie loved marine biology, like really loved it. She didn't do debate or model UN. She didn't play three sports. She spent her summers volunteering at a marine research lab. She built an independent project tracking microplastics in local waterways. She wrote her college essay about the specific smell of salt water after a storm and what it means to understand an ecosystem from the inside. She also presented her project at a regional science fair. As you can tell, Sophie had a clear spike: marine science, environmental research. Everything she did pointed to that one thing. Admissions readers at her top school choices uh, could picture her in their environmental studies department contributing to real research as a freshman. Towards the end, she was admitted to Johns Hopkins. Now compare that student to a student who, let's say, is a student council president, plays varsity soccer, does community service, is in three clubs, has no particular passion for any of it. On paper, the student looks busy, right? They're doing pretty much everything. In the application, how admissions officers would read it is that they are literally just checking boxes. And admissions officers can tell that. Now let's delve a little bit into how to develop a spike. So if you are a parent, start by asking, what does my child actually care about? Or if you're a student here listening to me, think about, what do I really care about? And don't really think about what looks good, but think about what really excites you or what really excites my child. And then go deeper into that one thing rather than broader across like 5 things. Really look for ways to make your passion visible through research, through projects, through competitions, through publications, through community impact. The spike should connect across activities, essays, and recommendation letters. It should be a very cohesive narrative that is kind of evident through your whole application. Now, I want to be balanced here. A student who is deeply passionate about one thing and reasonably engaged in few others is ideal. Complete neglect of everything else isn't really the goal. So when I'm saying there needs to be spike in everything connecting, yes, for like the first few of your activities and a first few of your honors and awards, but that does not mean you don't do anything else. If you're interested in marine biology, you do it for the rest of your high school and you don't do anything else. That is not what I mean. It does not mean that you neglect everything else. But if you're spending Saturday mornings, you know, doing 3 different activities that you kind of feel lukewarm about, you might want to rethink. And I do want to say here that if you have some passions that you haven't explored as yet, or things that you think you might love, please try them. Go deep, and just don't try to diversify all your activities and things that you might be doing just for the sake of the college application. The kid who knows what they love and has a proof of that love is far more compelling than an applicant who's done everything and is passionate about nothing.